We basically got like 30-60s running the government when we should have 40-90s.
Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy.
I think he's talking about Whoopi Goldberg here and everyone else on The View.
When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every Inspector General's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Eighth, we will
Some people are going to get mad at that, but you should absolutely want that. You should want elections and the justice system to be as clean and as thorough as possible, right? So not just for, you know, him right now, but for future campaigns and future elections. Trump put out like a 4-minute plan that he's going to do for America and his mandates, right? What he wants to do. Or at least this is what his goal, his mission, his MO. So I wanted to hear it straight from the horse's mouth himself instead of just reading articles about it.
Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption.
Let's go.
Once and for all. And corruption it is. First,
here's my plan. It is great. It is the greatest plan. I thought about it a lot. And it's going to make us a lot of money because I am the greatest.
I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats, and I will wield that power very aggressively. Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives, Christians, or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level that nobody can believe even possible. Third, we will
I love the way this man talks.
Totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to in warrant applications. So many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong, or at least they must have known. They do nothing about it. They're lied to. Fourth, to expose the hoaxes and abuses of power that have been tearing our country apart, we will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption.
Wow.
And there are plenty of them.
There's definitely been a lot of all of that this past 4 years. Holy.
Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy.
I think he's talking about Whoopi Goldberg here and everyone else on The View.
When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every Inspector General's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Seventh, I will ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they are not spying on our citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people, or that they are not spying on someone's campaign like they spied on my campaign. Eighth, we will
Some people are going to get mad at that, but you should absolutely want that. You should want elections and the justice system to be as clean and as thorough as possible, right? So not just for, you know, him right now, but for future campaigns and future elections.
Continue the effort launched by the Trump administration to move parts of the sprawling federal bureaucracy to new locations outside the Washington swamp. Just as I moved the Bureau of Land Management to Colorado, as many as 100,000 government positions could be moved out, and I mean immediately, of Washington to places filled with patriots who love America, and they really do love America.
Fucking right. Yes, we do love America. Is America perfect? No. But goddamn, are we a great place? And when you speak to real Americans, we have great pride in our culture and our goddamn nation. Trump 2024 for Michigan, absolutely. You voted for Trump. I voted for Trump. I really felt like there was only one real candidate, and even if you didn't want to vote for Trump, You could have voted for Tulsi, RFK, Elon, Vivek, JD. You even had Tucker Carlson. There's so many people that were surrounding this man, and I'm very thankful that we obviously have, at least in my opinion, are in the right position to really turn America around and increase its aperture to being the great nation it once was.
Ninth, I will work to ban federal bureaucrats from taking jobs at the companies they deal with and that they regulate. So they deal with these companies and they regulate these companies, and then they want to take.
And for me, like during this election, yes, obviously, you know, the financial system. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. Obviously, our economy, I think, needs to be fixed and addressed, and our border needs to be safe and secure. But for me, it's all about the health. And that you have RFK, and he's coming in, taking the fluoride out of the water. Like, that's his first initiative. Not only do we get, like, fluoride in water has a direct correlation to lower IQ. And if you listen to Alex Jones, too, is turning the frog gay. So not only do we get to save the frogs, but now we get to, like, save IQ for future generations as well. Like, I am a big health and fitness guy. I lost a little bit over 100 pounds. And when it did, I changed my mentality. And I started wanting to get strong, not just mentally, but physically and spiritually. So for me, it was a maha. It was make America healthy again. That is the big thing. It's not even healthy again. It's healthier than we've ever been before. I would love for the average American to strive to be what the idea of a Spartan was.
Take jobs from these companies. Doesn't work that way. Such a public display cannot.
And it doesn't even have to be like a physically jacked Spartan, but a Spartan in the sense that you're a warrior. Even if you're a man, you're a woman. You're a warrior because you are trying to tackle the task in front of you, and you are dissecting it as if you are the predator and it is the prey. And that could be you going to school to become a nurse. That could be you becoming an athlete. That could be you just in your everyday life and you becoming that alpha, that prey or predator who's taking care of your family and getting prey and warding off other predators. That's what I mean by that.
Go on. And it's taking place all the time, like with Big Pharma. Finally, I will push a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people and for the people. Thank you very much.
That last one's huge because there's so many career politicians who are in there for like, they feel like they're 112 years old in there. They remember, I remember when chocolate was around. Like that you have people like that who have been in those positions. And I don't care how good you are, you're so far removed from the average day American just from your age and your generational cultural gap that you need new people in there to keep up with culture and keep up with innovation and keep up with progress. Because if you keep a bunch of old heads in there, they're not going to be able to keep up with the new shit. We basically got like 30-60s running the government when we should have 40-90s. Oh, you literally